Singapore. Its population of 5.5 million occupy a land area of just 720 square kilometers. The entire country, less than half the size of London, is sparing no effort in finding new ways to overcome its land constraint.
We need to just pick up every stone, explore and seize those opportunities. The sky is the limit.
The Green Float is a city on the sea for up to 50,000 people. Homes will be at the top, offices in the middle section, vegetable farms at the bottom. Around it will be beaches. The Green Float is the brainchild of Japanese construction company Shimizu Corporation. Its team is sure the sea around Singapore is suitable for the floating city.
ですから揺れることによる構造的な安全性は日本でも安全です。シンガポールでは波も少なく風も少ないのでより安全です。
The Green Float is more than just a concept on paper. Shimizu Corporation believes it can actually be built. Scientists have achieved breakthroughs in creating concrete suitable for building structures on the sea. They have also erected an experimental structure, half floating on water.
でも実際そのグリーンフロートの、コンセプト、技術的な面、いろんなことを自分も学んだりする中で、これは自分の孫の代じゃなくて、生きてる間に実現できるぞと。
It would take about 10 years to construct one green float with a 3-kilometer base and a 1-kilometer high tower. Once completed, it is expected to last 100 years.
It's only when they have heavy rainfall that they come into their own. But the rest of the time, they are basically land space that is unused.
Michael Shore wants to build apartments above drainage canals. He plans to lay a frame over the canal. This forms the support structure for apartments. The modular components will be made in a factory at another location, then brought here for assembly. Each development would be 6 stories high, with a total of 60 apartments in various sizes, from 1 to 3 bedrooms.
You're not having to buy the land, and that is a huge saving. So even if the actual construction method is slightly more expensive, the overall savings will be huge. It's something that we could build tomorrow.
I think there's always opportunities to create new space in and above existing infrastructure, whether that's railway lines or roads or stations.
One of his firm's signature projects is Embankment Place. Buildings put on a roof constructed over Charing Cross, one of the biggest, busiest railway stations in London.
We built 1 million square feet of office space suspended above it, and the trains didn't stop once. It's a piece of London that was never thought to be possible.
The empty space above expressways could be just as productive. A major expressway running through the city of Hamburg in Germany is getting a cover built over it. The new land created is turned into parks and used for other facilities. It also connects communities previously separated by the expressway. This idea of building over major roads and expressways could be relevant in Singapore. There were suggestions to construct a bridge-like structure over an expressway on the island. This would serve as an area on which low-rise offices or community facilities could stand. This new concert hall was designed to sit above a brick warehouse built in the 1960s. An efficient way of creating a cultural venue without straining the land supply. It opened in 2017 and has become a landmark in the port city of Hamburg in Germany. London is taking this idea of adding new stories on roofs even further. The city has a housing crisis. It needs 66,000 new homes a year for the increasing number of people who want to live there. But there isn't enough land to construct them. That's not a problem for Mr. Arshad Bhatti.
As you can see, just opposite us, these buildings are capable of taking extra stories.
Research by Mr. Bhatti's company found it is possible to have 180,000 new homes in London by adding one story above suitable buildings. The penthouse's 7 modules are made of light steel gauge. These are manufactured in factories at another location, then transported to the site. It will be fully assembled in a day, without major disturbances to residents.
We have new technologies which not only will build new units which are safe to live, but also enhance the integrity of the existing buildings. We will make it a global reality. You will see airspace developments being built in the factories, put on top of the buildings across the world.
In Singapore, a study had proposed adding new levels above low-rise shop houses.
Technology is available. You build on it, there shouldn't be a problem. Our land is so precious, so it doesn't make sense to have a 3 to 4 story structure.
While it is technically possible to build over shop houses, any decision to do so has to be weighed against other priorities, such as leaving low-rise heritage areas as they are.